The people who started it all were three Greek philosophers named Thales of Miletus, Democritus, and Aristotle.
They were the first people to even consider the possibility that small particles create all matter. The man who set the foundation of the atom was Thales. He was born in 620 BCE in Greek Iota. Thales believed that water made up all matter. He did no research to justify this. He just made an assumption.
Thales was alone in his work, since he was the first person to start thinking of smaller particles of matter.
What if Earth is like this ball, floating on water, and when the water moves, earthquakes happen? What if everything is made of water?
Democritus was born at Abdera in Greece about 460 BCE.
He came up with the atomic theory that the world is made up of particles called atoms. The prefix A means not and the tomos parts means cut, so it literally translates to uncuttable. These atoms were indestructible, indivisible, and always in motion. The atoms are infinite in numbers and come in different shapes and sizes.
Democritus got his idea of the atom from Thales. He agreed with him on the fact that everything is made up of smaller particles, but he did not agree that these smaller units were water molecules.
What if other particles make up matters? They could be different shapes and sizes instead of only water molecules.
Democritus was a philosopher, not a scientist. He said that iron atoms are strong with interconnecting hooks, water atoms are slippery, salt atoms are pointy, and air atoms are weightless. From this, one can conclude that his ideas were not very accurate.
His father was from a noble family and contributed towards the entertainment of the army of Xerxes on his return to Asia. As a reward, his father received magi. These magi taught Democritus theology and astronomy.
Democritus was known as a laughing philosopher because whenever he was in public, he laughed at the people's problems and mistakes. Some people called him the mocker.
Aristotle was born in Stagira in northern Greece. He lived from 384 to 322 BCE. Aristotle's contribution to the atom was his thought that all materials on Earth were made from four elements: water, earth, fire, and air. He believed that everything was made up of smaller pieces of matter and could be divided indefinitely. People believed him because he was Alexander the Great's tutor, even though he did no experiments.
He did not work with anyone, but he did base his research off of Democritus. Aristotle thought that Democritus was wrong about his theory of the atoms. He made sure to let people know that Democritus was wrong, and many believed him because of how influential he was. Aristotle was sent to Athens to study at Plato's academy. Plato died and Aristotle went to Asia Minor, present-day Turkey, to study biology. In 338 BCE, he went to Macedonia and tutored Alexander the Great. This is why everyone believed what he said. Alexander then conquered Athens and Aristotle set up a school there. He fled to Euboea to avoid being killed after Alexander died.
Other accomplishments that Aristotle had were the law of detachment and syllogism, which you all are probably learning in math. He also came up with the scientific method, which we use today in everyday science. Aristotle studied physics, biology, metaphysics, geography, geology, astronomy, zoology, meteorology, anatomy, and embryology.